okay right here. It's okay right. Okay right here. It's okay right. It's okay right here. It's okay right. Okay right here. It's okay right. It's okay right here. It's okay right. Okay right here. It's okay right. It's okay right. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's okay right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay right.
We wanted to play the game and we were all like on a group call.
And
On
she-
the phone.
And she want to talk?
No. Like,
Oh.
he said when she play that game with her friends, she don't have to be on the phone to talk to them no more.
Oh.
I hate it when we all had to like be in a group call and talk to each other when we was playing the game.
Oh, because you couldn't do it through the game.
Yeah.
Oh, see? I don't even know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about how games evolve. Hey, Vibe Tribe. Welcome to a new vlog. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back, sis. So today, y'all, House of Vibe video, House of Vibe. So like I told you guys, Tuesdays, I lock in on business. I am reviving my waist bead business, y'all. It has been slow since I've been focused on YouTube. And it's almost like, girl, you're not working smarter, because what I need to really be doing is vlogging my business. So that being said, we got these blues. I finally finished all of the blues, you guys. I'm going to do some content and video and pictures of this. I want to finish my silver strand as well. And then I have about 2 to 3 healing her videos that I want to get done today. And I need to cook this afternoon. So I need to do all of this before I pick up baby girl, because when I finish picking her up, I need to cook. And I have 2 meals to cook tonight. So that's what we have going on, y'all. And also my DV story. I haven't shared that with you guys yet. Tomorrow, I have to run through my first draft of it in class. And so if I'm able to get everything done and have a little bit more energy, y'all, I am definitely going to probably read my first part to you guys. Probably read my first part to you guys while I'm doing yoga. We're going to see. We're going to see. But anyway, it's been such a busy day. Between that and work, I'm like bouncing back between doing work, doing beads. Y'all saw I woke up. I took my hair out last night. So this morning I had to wash it and stuff. So yeah, y'all, we about to get busy. So that I got about 2 more hours before I have to go get baby girl. So let me get some pictures and some content of these beads.
I'm without me. All my bitches feel like I died. County fucking with you feel like jail, nigga. I can't even exhale, nigga. Pussy like holy grail, you know that. You gon' make me need bail, you know that. Caught you with your friend, you ain't even had me like you know that. Got me a bag for the brick, you know that. Control them so.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Ebony, also known as Evolving Eb. Follow me on Instagram here. I'm the owner of the BAD collection. Follow my business here. It is an online spiritual shop that specializes in crystal waist beads, crystal anklets, and also I have a few DV products up there. So that is what this channel is about. This channel is about healing, and it is for women who have experienced toxic relationships, abuse, and more. Because your girl has been there. I've been there. And one of the things that I wish I would have done immediately after I got out was heal. And I didn't. And so then it left me with so much more to heal. So that is why I created this channel. Today, I want to talk to the girlies who's in it and haven't left yet and cannot even wrap her mind around what it takes to get out. I need you to hear me out. I'm not here to judge. I know people love to say, why didn't she leave? Like it's that simple. But the truth is, leaving a toxic or abusive relationship is hard. Not to mention, you're not the same person you were when you got into it. Sis, I know it's frustrating to think you're healing only for something small to send you spiraling. A word, a tone, a certain look, and suddenly your chest is tight, your mind is racing, and you feel like you're right back there again. That's the power of a trigger. But listen, your triggers are not your enemies. They're a message. They're showing you the wounds that still need love, the parts of you that are still waiting to be held, understood, and set free. So instead of running from them, we're going to decode them. Hey, y'all. Okay, so, y'all, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I've been ripping and running. I'm about to get dinner started. And like I said, I'm making 2 meals because I need to make my stuff in my salad, y'all. I wanted to say the salad till next week, but I'm like, girl, that stuff gonna go bad. So I'm gonna make my salad because tomorrow I have my storytelling course. So I'm definitely not gonna be able to cook tomorrow, and I'd rather not cook Thursday either. So I'm just gonna do it all today and wrap it up into this daily vlog. Okay? All right, y'all.
Testify for you. I do that 3 more times again. I testify for you. I'm so that like you, that bitch I do it all. I won't cry, was kidding. I'm not. Long if you joking, now here for me. I ain't got it. I've been skinny, do it. I your bodies. Long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. But the truth, I look better under you. I get lost when I'm with you. Like you do.
second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room perfume. Go, go.
I recognize your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know you taste this a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis, with poetic justice, poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs, dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy, it's blood in my pen, better yet with your friends and them, I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you off. Fuck that, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your...
Sometimes we make a decision that seems small, but in hindsight, we realize it was a moment that changed everything. The sliding door moment. It is the split second where your life could go one of two directions. A choice, a turn, a mistrain, a yes instead of a no. We don't always recognize it when it happens, but looking back, we see the fork in the road, the moment that altered our life's path. For me, today, that moment is very clear. It was New Year's Eve, the weather was cold, and I was feeling like the world was colder. Earlier this year, I had buried a childhood friend whose children's father unalived her, and while this would not be the first time of me having to bury a woman from this experience, it was the first time it hit so close to home. Close to the same age, both single moms of two. Little did I know there were lessons in this that I needed to learn, as it would eventually impact me on a greater level later. Feeling like a failure, I was in the midst of the dissolution of my marriage. I visited my cousin, of whom served as a big sister to me, to attend a New Year's Eve party her husband's family was having. For once in a long time, I got cute and was ready to dance the night away. We arrived to the party, I made a drink, and found a nice little wall to post up on. The vibes were meh, but the music was on point, so I made the best of it. The drink started to hit and my hips began to flow. Right to left, left to right. I was swayed to the music and ended up zoned out in my own little world until I looked up and saw this guy across the room looking at me. I tried to ignore him, but my cousin just couldn't, and decided to say, "I see you looking at my cousin." This is what I called my sliding door moment, because he had not approached me and I had not approached him. The irony is, my cousin, my big sister, my now fellow DV survivor, who would flip the switch on the sliding door moment, was in an abusive relationship of her own, and her husband would be the cousin of who I now consider my abuser. While I had experience with DV by the way of burying those two women by the age of 27, I was completely oblivious to any red flags, tactics, or tricks. The red flags came in both fast and slow at the same time. I remember feeling so lonely as a single mom and soon-to-be divorcee. I was struggling financially because my husband, at the time soon-to-be ex, was putting up a fight, of course not for me or the kids, but just refusing to pay as a means to punish me for leaving after he cheated. But this man showed up like a knight in shining armor. I was his life. My kids was his life. There was not a moment he wasn't available for me. Sounds like bliss and what I was deserving of as 27-year-old Ebony. Because what is love bombing exactly? Secret and subtle isolation tactics, anyone? Who needs others when you have this one person available to you at all times? And why would I need to slow down the pace? Because when you know, right? I remember the first flag being the way that he would speak to his mother. I do not remember every single detail of my experience, but when I think about the beginning, the first red flag, I can never forget how he spoke to his mother. I would become so uncomfortable by this consistent disrespect that I would hang up the phone as a form of punishment. However, it would not subside. In some way, I gave him grace because I knew he was a bit frustrated about life and where he was and knew he was trying. A year into our relationship, I was still struggling and, well, he was living at home, barely working and chasing his non-existent NFL career. This non-existent NFL career would be the catalyst of so many arguments in the future of what he sacrificed for me. We decided it would be a great idea for him to move in, not only to help me with the kids, but also come to the DMV where we presumed there would be more opportunities for him. While some opportunities came in, he wouldn't hold on to them long. And if he could blame me for the loss of said job, he would find a way because shifting accountability had become his favorite pastime. His disrespectful words and tone to his mother never subsided. It actually just shifted to me now that he was under my roof. During the earlier years, when the kids were still little, it was bearable because his contribution was watching the kids, which saved me money. But as the kids got bigger, went to school or daycare, my life would become a scene right out of the Baby Boy movie. You know, where Jody would drop Yvette off at work in her car and do Lord knows what of nothing all day. I would get up day in and day out, diligently go to work because I had 2 kids to provide for. While this grown man felt entitled to being provided for, I often wondered where his ego was at in this manner, as it seemed to be very existent in all other manners except this one. Financial strain on young couples is nothing new to anyone. However, this was different. He would constantly berate me about my financial instability and lack of financial responsibility, while living off of me at the same time. The arguments were frequent, consistent, and exhausting. There is no competing with someone who is hell-bent on making you miserable and thrives off of chaos. When he would be done with unleashing all of his life's frustrations on me, he would attempt to sleep with me. I would often think, why would you want to sleep with someone you just said all those terrible things about? And why would I want to sleep with someone who just said all those terrible things about me? But he would be relentless, and for hours throughout the night, all the way up to 3 a.m., I would be pushing his hand away. But the persistence was unmatched, and by 3 a.m., I would find myself giving in just so I can get those 3 last hours of sleep I needed for work. I wasn't even aware of the term sexual coercion at the time, but I knew this felt insufferable and was stripping away my self-worth one night at a time. Over the years, I would try to relieve myself from this relationship, first putting him out for a month, then 3 months, then 6 months, then a year, and each time he came back the same. Today, I know my biggest mistake was not completely cutting contact, as I was trying to consider my kids and their relationship with them since he had helped me raise them for some time. My financial irresponsibility led me to being evicted, in which he went out and got an apartment in his name. I figured this was his opportunity to prove he was capable of being a man, a father, and a partner. And while some would say, girl, you moved into his crib, for me, it felt a little less of a shackle. I could leave at any time and not be tied to this apartment. I was hoping, since again, I am the breadwinner, he would understand these stakes too, but not so much. By this time, there had been a few scuffles, and I am fully aware of my situation and how dangerous it has become. So much so, I now start hitting voice record on my phone every time I felt that energy shift. One day, the argument was so bad, and he became so upset about the phone in my hand. As I tried to grave rock him, he jumped to grab my phone, and a scuffle ensued. That night, I decided enough is enough. He yelled out, "You cannot leave me with this apartment." And I yelled out with my whole chest, "This is your apartment, and you cannot make me stay." The next day, I started planning my great escape. Escaping isn't about running away. It's about reclaiming your life, your peace, and your power. There would be 2 major great escapes in my story, out of 7 attempts. Yes, 7. So believe the stats and give yourself grace if your number is above 3. I knew he would be leaving to go visit his dad in a few weeks, so I started planning. I called and scheduled a pod to be delivered. Then I reached out to my tribe. To this day, I am forever grateful to my tribe. They showed up, no judgment, no questions asked. Too often we allowed embarrassment or the assumption of judgment to prevent us from reaching out for help. Don't. But also understand, the more you go back, the heavier the ask will become. For weeks, I had to keep this secret. Through arguments, when I wanted to clap back with, we are out of here, I had to sit quiet and take it because I had to remain focused on my safe exit. The day would come, he would leave, get on a road with his cousin, and I waited for about an hour before hitting my tribe up and telling them to pull up. They would come, all 5 of them, and we would empty the apartment of all my stuff and put it in a pot. I would then head to the police station to file a restraining order. While in the police station, my abuser would call and I have no idea why I answered, but I did. And he started to ask questions. He said I sounded weird. I just spilled all the tea and said, "I'm gone. We're gone." He said I knew something was up. I would later return to my parents' house, having to leave the pod at the apartment, which was scheduled to be picked up on that Monday. When he returned, he would somehow convince me to come so he can say bye to the kids. Hindsight is 20/20 because I would never go into an empty apartment with my abuser today, and definitely not one I just left him in with nothing. After his heartfelt apology to the kids, I would take them to the car to return to him. Again, I have no idea why I did this. This grown man would wrap himself around my ankle and cry his eyes out as I pried him off and walked out the door. In an effort not to kick him when he was down, I returned the next morning so he could take me to work and use my car for an interview he had scheduled. I felt his energy as soon as he got in the car. He asked me, was that pod mine, and to which I responded, no. Before we could get to the exit of the apartment, I started trying to secretly doubt his mother. I knew it was coming. FYI, an abuser's mom is not your safe space and probably secretly one of his victims. He started yelling, "I don't know what you are calling her for," and proceeded to melt down and yell slurs. His mom was yelling back at him, telling him to just go to his interview. Before I can get to the next light, he was banging the dashboard and grabbing the steering wheel, so I turned around to drop him back off to the apartment. When I pulled up to the apartment, everything was a blur. Only thing I recall is my back being up against the window and me kicking and swinging. In the end, I only ended up with a broken nail, thankfully. We would later show up to court, both on the wrong day, the day after the actual date. To this day, I have no idea how that happened. He asked, "Can we talk?" and I responded, "No." I was already extremely upset I missed the court date and just knew he would never leave me alone now. He promised he would and asked for me to give him a ride, and I refused. I later moved into a new place, and for some time, I managed to allow him to be in a kid's life. I would take the long way home after practices so that I could ensure he wasn't following me. But per usual, he found a way to convince me it was safe again, and I allowed him back in. It would not take long before he was up to the same old shenanigans. This time, for obvious reasons, my patience was very short, but not short enough. It was a Wednesday afternoon. We took my son to practice. Yes, we. Baby, this was not the family I was asking for, but I was just surviving. I could tell he was already in a mood, but I was just locked in on what I needed to do. We would get to practice and things would start to escalate fast. He would start yelling at me in front of everyone, slinging one insult after the other. I was so embarrassed, and like people typically do, they minded their business. I would later walk to the bathroom in the park to do what? Escape the embarrassment and call his mother. The moment I stepped in that bathroom, I knew it was a bad idea. Not only was I the only one in there, but I instantly thought of Kim, one of two women I buried by the age of 27. She was my ex-boyfriend in the bathroom of her job. Listen to me clearly when I say the bathroom is not the place to run. Not only are you hidden from everyone, but also there are a lot of hard surfaces in there. His mom didn't answer. He would stand outside the door yelling for me to come out. After having that thought of Kim, I did exactly that. But just knew I couldn't take it anymore. And I wasn't going to stand out there being embarrassed. So I walked onto the field, apologizing to my son, told him we had to leave, and went home. I knew once again I needed to escape this man, but the thought of it was exhausting. Remember when I said the ass will become harder each time you went back? Here I am, once again, sure I'm done, but not wanting to involve family and friends again. Also, this time I wasn't leaving the place I lived, but wanted to ensure he did not return. So I dug deep, and I'm saying this because I want you to do the same. Dig deep. I started to write a list of everyone I knew and what their profession was and how they could help me. I knew doing this alone would be challenging, and I have no idea to this day why I never considered to call a shelter. However, I thought about my cousin who was a police officer. Just maybe she can connect me with someone. I found her office number and I called. I got a voicemail, and what I heard on the other end would give me the hope that I needed. "Hi, this is Lieutenant Head of Domestic Violence. Can you freaking believe my cousin was head of domestic violence for my county this whole time?"
I keep trying.